I love the hospitality industry and I find it incredibly rewarding. It's really the people for me. I get to work with some incredible people and I get to serve some incredible people too. It's an industry that's unbelievably creative. We're constantly creating new concoctions, throwing incredible parties and always enjoying ourselves. That's always going to be the most rewarding thing about hospitality for me.
People come to a pub, a restaurant, a club to go out to be with friends to have a good time, and you're there to ensure that happens. That's the basis of our industry. So I think that is rewarding because you have an immediate result. It gives you an opportunity to show how good you are at what you do, and the reward is they're smiling and saying thank you and they want to come back.
The pleasure you get out of being just a smile on somebody's face when they've eaten your food, or you shook their hands, or you set them at the table, or you gave them a glass of wine. The field is so vast that it's a pleasure to work in. It's not your everyday office job where you sit in front of a box.
I think it's reward. Well, I know it's rewarding because it's the service industry, so you're meeting people, different people every day. No 2 days are the same. Just the word hospitality means, service, it means great service, it means enjoyment. So it's a dynamic and diverse sector and you can go anywhere within it.
I think very often people considering the catering industry, working in hotels, restaurants and things like that. But when you work within environments like this, and there's lots of day services and residential homes up and down the country, that it's terribly rewarding to know that the food that you're serving, the people that use services, is meeting their personal, individual, cultural need, and that meal is a very important aspect of their day-to-day life.
I think I got into hospitality like most people. I started really young. I was about 15, 16 years old. I just needed some money, so I started washing some plates and collecting glasses in nightclubs. But I fell in love with the family. It's an incredible team building experience, working weekends. It might sound like a silly job at the start, but it's transformed itself into a much bigger beast. I went on to compete in cocktail competitions before I opened my first bar. I've now got 10 bars across London, and I work with some amazing people like Raymond Blanc from the TV, the celebrity chef, and Sarah Woodingham from the Dragon's Den. I've got an incredible team around me now, and I love them just as much as the first day I got into the industry.
Before I left school, food and drink and hospitality interested me, and I got summer jobs and holiday jobs working in the local pubs and local restaurants, and the more I experienced it and saw different sides of the industry, the more it interested me and the more I wanted to do it. And so I've stuck with it ever since in different sectors.
I was a pen pusher, but then I entered MasterChef and I came second in MasterChef, and since then I've not looked back. I've opened up a company, Duchess Gourmet Catering. I'm doing fine dining to banquet, anything from weddings to corporate to cocktail parties, and that's where I am at the moment. And the way I have become stage by stage where I am now is amazing.
Most people think that if you're in hospitality, you're either a chef or you're a waiter. There are lots of other aspects of it. So you can be a receptionist, you can be an event organizer, sommeliers to learn about wine, the opportunities to travel around the world tasting wine and then being a wine buyer for an organization, which is a great job. From being bartenders to mixologists, to learn how to make beers. There's a number of restaurants that have their own breweries attached to the pub.
I think for any young people looking to get into the sector, of course, we all know that the hours can be long and late and slightly unsociable, or as we call them in the bar industry, the sociable hours to work. Just come into it with a really open mind and have a look at what it is that you really want to get out of your experiences as a young person. At the end of the day, in hospitality, you're going to be learning a lot about retail. So moving into management at a young age is an opportunity that will be there and available to you. Training staff is going to be available to you. Doing accounts, finances, these are all skills that we learn and love in the industry. Essentially, we're in retail, and the skills that you can learn in the bar industry are skills that you'll keep for life.
What a young person requires in the hospitality is very easy. You smile, you look happy, you look smart. That's all there is to it. As long as your heart is in the right place, that's what I would look for in a young person if I was hiring them to be in my kitchen.
I certainly think what's extremely important in an environment like this is that young people have empathy and understanding and have compassion. I think commitment is terribly important, but for me, the empathy for the people that use this service and the understanding that everything we do to support the people here.
Give it a go. Try it. It's an industry that is growing all the time. It's leisure and hospitality is the biggest, I think it is the biggest growing industry, certainly in this country. It's an industry that is transferable, so you can travel the world with this. You can work on cruise liners, you can go backpacking, you can work in Australia, you can go anywhere in the hospitality industry. So if you're interested, I think you should try it. It is so varied. So get a holiday job, go and work at event catering. You can go to event catering at sporting events, so you can do two things at once, or work in fine dining restaurants. It is, the opportunities are out there to do so much and to meet loads of people. So you must try it.
So the skills required to be in this industry is you need to be outgoing, you need to be motivated. I'm not saying it's an easy route to the top. It's not. You have to work for it. But like anything, if you put the hard work in, you will get the rewards.